Are you emotionally mature? There's a difference between being mature and being emotionally mature. You can have a receding hairline and be over 6 feet tall and still not be emotionally mature. So, what does it mean to be emotionally mature? When someone is emotionally mature, they can manage their feelings in nearly any situation. They possess empathy for others and often know how to de escalate a conflict if necessary. They're the person you go to when you have a tough issue you need to talk about. Sounds great, right? Well, to help you get a grasp on your emotions, here are 8 ways to become more emotionally mature. Number 1, identify your emotions. How can we get a grasp on our emotions if we don't first know what we're feeling? It might seem silly that you must identify your emotions, but before you get into a heated fight or start breaking down into a sob, do you know what led you there? Maybe a simple irritation over a comment someone made found its way deep into your thoughts, and you carried that anger with you for the rest of the day. If you first recognize what you're feeling, then you can start to understand why and resolve it for yourself. Try leaving a tally in a journal every time you feel angry or irritated, and for every time you feel sad or empty. Then ask yourself why you felt that way. Being aware and understanding why you feel these things can help you manage your emotions. So if you know you're getting irritated at your brother for eating the last donut, your donut, take a breath and recognize that you're simply irritated at a donut before you say something you'll regret. That irritation could turn into anger for the rest of the day if you don't first identify why you were even angry in the first place. Now recognize your anger and acknowledge it. Remind yourself that your feelings are valid, but you don't have to act on them. Number 2, take responsibility. Have you ever denied something just because you didn't want to admit you were wrong? Sometimes reality can be hard to face, but it's more mature to take responsibility for our actions instead of brushing them away. If we simply ignore that we were wrong during an argument or don't take action on things that are our responsibilities, we can never learn and grow from our mistakes. Being aware, holding yourself accountable, recognizing you were wrong, and learning from your mistakes shows that you're emotionally mature. Not only that, next time you're in the same situation, you won't make the same mistake twice. Number 3, find a role model. If you struggle with how quickly you react negatively in stressful situations, try looking towards someone you admire as a guide. What would they do? If someone you admire acts in an emotionally mature and positive way in tough situations, it's great to use them as a role model. Like Mother Teresa. What a role model. It's important to, of course, not lose track of who you are. You don't wanna become your role model and lose yourself. You just wanna learn how they handle situations so well. Maybe they have a great work ethic that you admire. Try it out. How do they handle negative feedback? Calm and smoothly? Worth a try. So next time you're in a tough situation, think, what would Mother Teresa do? Number 4, keep a thought diary. Do you suffer from negative thoughts? Are you constantly discouraging yourself? Do you point out your flaws every time you look in the mirror or complete a project? It's important to our mental health that we work towards having positive thoughts as opposed to negative ones. While we may think, oh, it's just one negative thought, no big deal, these negative comments we make to ourselves start to pile up. Soon, you're left with a harsh thinking pattern that will often take the lead when it comes to what you think. These thought processes are usually automatic and can become habitual. We don't wanna think of ourselves or others in a negative light, but negativity can find a way inside of our minds. A good way to think positive is to practice cognitive reconstructuring. This can be done by keeping a thought diary. Write down what you feel every day. What were some thoughts that raced through your mind? What did you stress about? Was it worth it? What are some alternative ways to look at the situation? Our worry can be valid, but when we open up our diary and see the same thoughts take up our day over and over, we may realize they weren't worth worrying about at all. When we recognize this, we can start to move on and come up with practical solutions on how to resolve our stress and negative thoughts. We can always counteract the negative thoughts by writing a positive one beside it as well. Number 5, learn to be open-minded. Emotionally mature people understand they don't have all the answers. That's why it's best to open our minds to other perspectives besides simply our own. We may have a strong opinion on certain subjects, but it doesn't hurt to actively listen to another's opposing opinion instead of thinking about ways we can persuade them that they're wrong. It's best not to judge someone or something right away. If we learn to be open-minded, even with the little things, we give ourselves the chance to try something new. We can enjoy different films or literature we might not have thought was our taste. Try a unique recipe, and most importantly, hear others out. We may learn something from listening to another's perspective, and we may realize we were wrong. We can still choose our opinions in the end, but this is after we've listened with an open mind to the other's beliefs or arguments. Even if we don't agree, we may understand them a little bit more, and that can be powerful. As our role model, Mother Teresa, has advised, if you judge people, you have no time to love them. Number 6, embrace reality. Do you often beat yourself up because of your circumstances and your flaws? Remember negative thoughts? Do they spend a lot of time dwelling on your reality? Instead of dwelling on your flaws or even suppressing them, accept and embrace them. This is your life. Instead of ignoring your struggles, find a way to be at peace with them. If you can change it, work towards change. If you can't, embrace who you are, where you are, and work towards what will make you smile. Embracing this will not only give you clarity to move forward, but peace as well. Mother Teresa's wise tips on peace? Peace begins with a smile. Number 7, pause and be patient. Have you ever been in a heated argument and said something you didn't mean and later regretted it? This is likely because we act on impulse when upset. If we take a moment to pause and reflect, we can then begin to say what we really mean. Simply expressing how we feel and why can turn a situation around by not only making the other person understand you, but yourself as well. Choose to pause in a stressful or confusing situation to give yourself the option to consciously choose how you want to react. It will only lead you on the path to emotional maturity. And number 8, live in the present. Dwelling on the past can cause us sadness and regret. Dwelling on the future, don't even get me started on how stressful. So, while we can learn from our past and make choices for our future, we need to learn to live in the present. If we're present and make conscious decisions, we're less likely to react negatively or fall into old habits. Being present is powerful. It's the only moment we can act, choose, experience, and enjoy if we allow ourselves to. We can't change the past, and we can't jump to the future. So why waste the precious time we have dwelling upon them? Life is happening now, as we speak, in front of you. And as Mother Teresa would say, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today. Let us begin. Hey, Psych2Goers, do you struggle to build deeper connections with others? Are you looking for ways to connect with people beyond the surface level? Today's video is sponsored by So Synced, a place that can match partners' personality types based on the 16 personalities model. You can access it by clicking the link below. Hey, Psych2Goers, welcome back to another video. Thank you all so much for the love and support that you've given us, enabling us to make yet another exploration into everyday psychology. So let's get into it. Sweet love. The happy little feeling that makes the world go round. Nothing quite like it, right? Many people have strong relationships with someone they love. They seem to be inseparable for months, only to call it quits eventually. What causes them to tumble down from their cloud 9? Okay, so you're in a relationship, things are going well, you love each other, but how do you know if you found the one? And no, we're not talking about Neo, AKA Keanu Reeves from The Matrix. Though he sure makes for a devilishly handsome the one. Anyways, here is a list of 6 signs someone is meant just for you. Number 1, they support your dreams. Does your partner support the decisions, little or big, that you make in your life? Are they ready to support you on your journey towards your lifelong dreams? If your partner is not only your number 1 fan, but actively building something together with you, whether that be a business or building a home together, they're most likely meant for you. According to psychological research by Dr. John Gottman, couples tend to last longer and have a stronger relationship when they build something together that is meaningful to them both. Someone who truly cares for you isn't selfish. They genuinely respect you and care what's going on in your life and wanna help you achieve any goals you have along the way. They'll be cheering for you the whole time. Number 2, they alter your brain just by thinking of them. Do you find yourself thinking of your love even when they're not around? If so, your relationship is on a strong path. We all know that love makes us feel all happy and fuzzy inside. But what if the one does much more to our brains by thinking of them? According to research from New York's Stony Brook University, real romantic attachment can alter one's biochemical reactions in their brain. So, if you can't get your partner out of your mind and you gain a sense of euphoria just thinking of them in the process, they might be meant for you. Number 3, you can't wait to introduce them to your friends and family. If you have a partner who you just can't wait to introduce to your closest friends and family, things are looking good. When you feel strongly about someone and things are just right, you want to not only introduce them to the ones you love, but get their support and feedback on that person as well. According to a 2014 study, support marshaling for romantic relationships is normal, especially if you can't stop thinking about them. You want your closest friends and family to root for the one you love as much as you. Getting their feedback and security is a stepping stone to moving the relationship into a much deeper place. By introducing them, you're subconsciously looking for the okay to move things further to a more serious commitment. Once they give you the okay, what's holding you back from further commitment? Number 4, they've started using we and us. Has there been a change towards plural pronouns? Oh boy, there's no turning back now. You're officially in. In fact, according to research from the University of Texas, couples who have a strong bond will more often use plural pronouns. So if you go from the singular pronouns to the we and us, something is going on, and it may just be true love. We talked about the importance of your potential partner being attentive and remembering the little things, which is why SoSynced could be the right app for you. They pair couples who have the right amount of similarities to get each other and just the right amount of differences to create that spark for deeper, meaningful dating. Upon taking the personality test, you discover your personality, such as INFJ, so thoughtful, or ENFP, so curious. Once you've mutually liked each other, you can start messaging. Here are what some people using the app have said. Lily, INFJ, said, "I didn't expect to find love so fast. Our personality types will be tattooed on me somewhere." And Indy, ENFJ, said, "Matching people using personality types is such a simple and powerful concept. SoSynced helped us find love, even in this difficult time. You've really changed our lives. In fact, we're now married. Thank you." Make sure you check out the app in the description box below for more details. We encourage you to try it out and give yourself a chance to find deeper love. Number 5, they've moved on from their past heartbreaks. Does your partner continue to talk about their ex in a longing way? Or do they talk about them disrespectfully as if they're still holding on to a grudge? If so, something else could be going on there. It can be pretty obvious when a partner isn't over their ex. They may still have feelings for them, but the one for you is only going to have you in their sight. They won't be thinking about their ex often, and instead, their mind will be on you. Remember sign number 2? If you're thinking about your partner often and it makes you feel happy or fuzzy inside, they should be thinking of you too, not their ex. And number 6, you get each other. You connect. There are dates where you understand and get each other on a surface level, and then there are deeper connections. If you found the one, it's likely they actually get you on a deeper level. You share the same ideas, core values, and genuinely like who they truly are. Everything about them you love. Their personality, their little flaws. You love every part of them. Yes, things can be annoying sometimes, but hey, that doesn't stop you from loving them, and it's not always on your mind. If they're meant for you, the little things don't drive you crazy. Instead, they're just another imperfection that you love about them.